Hello, it's Lynn from Lynn's Corner. It's been a while since you've seen me. It's been almost I think about 2 months since the summertime, since I was growing my garden, and the last thing I think I was talking about was the chocolate peppers. I think that was the last thing. But I'm back. I've always told you that I'm not going to get on here if I don't have anything to say. What I will say is the last 2 months, life has truly been lifing for me. And there are it's a couple of lessons that I have learned over the past couple of months because many of you know, anybody that's on their spiritual journey knows life is still life, right? You are not absolved from going through things in life just because you're spiritual, just because you're on a spiritual path. That doesn't excuse you from things. However, you have the tools to be able to handle and deal with the things that you're going through. So, something that I have learned within the past couple of months, I know we've been hearing, especially for the past maybe like 5 years, like since the pandemic, it's been like a major thing where people are always talking about manifesting and manifestation and manifest this, I'm gonna manifest that, I'm gonna manifest, I'm gonna manifest, I'm gonna manifest. And that's all well and good. But something that I have learned is that it's okay to pivot within your manifestation. What do I mean by that? I mean this. You may really think that there's a certain thing that you want. You know, I want to manifest, let's just say a car. I really want to manifest a car. Be more specific, I want to manifest a BMW. That's what I want to manifest, right? But at the same time, Spirit talks to us as well. And there may be some things that we really need to pay attention to when we're manifesting certain things. We need to pay attention to the purpose of the manifestation, right? The need. But I'm going to say more so the purpose of the manifestation. And we might have to go back to the drawing board and pivot and manifest something in a different way, manifest a different thing, manifest a different type of thing that it is that you want. But I'm just learning that in general, it's okay to pivot. It's all right to pivot. You know, just like your journey, like you could be headed, things are not linear. Sometimes this journey is all over the place. You think you're going here, you look up, you over there, you up there, you down there. It's okay to pivot in your journey, in your manifesting. And I think that something that I'm learning is that we need to be able to be flexible within ourselves. I don't know who this is for. It's not for everybody, but we need to be able to be flexible within ourselves and not hold on to ego so much. Somebody resonates with that. Somebody can resonate with that. And I don't know who I'm speaking to, but I am telling you that I have experienced that. It's okay to pivot. It's okay to double down on what you thought you were manifesting. And not because it's not showing up, because it's not that. You may really need to really revisit your why when you're manifesting. You may need to have some clarity. Sometimes sitting with self, and that's why you really haven't seen me for 2 months, because sometimes we gotta go sit down somewhere and we gotta sit with self. And the longer that you sit with self, the more clear you become. The longer we meditate, the more clear we become. The longer that we speak and talk to spirit, the longer that we commune with our ancestors, the more clear we become. So sometimes we gotta sit down. Instead of doing all this manifesting and running your mouth, and when I say running your mouth, I'm just saying, just in general, just talking to people. Yeah, girl, I've been manifesting. I've been manifesting. Sometimes we need to close our mouths, sit down, get clarity, and pivot. Okay, so that's just something I just wanted to throw out there. I know it's going to be for somebody. I don't know who, but I always like to share things that I have gone through, and that is something that I have learned. It is okay to pivot. We need to sit down sometimes. We need to close our mouths sometimes. We need to stop telling people what we planning on doing. That's a general rule. I mean, we know that we ain't got to tell everybody everything. But for real, even on the spiritual level, you get in these conversations and, Spirit was telling me this and that, and everybody don't need to know that. Not even your spiritual friends. They don't need to always know that. That's for you to keep in here for your personal growth. All right. You got any comments? If it resonates with you, leave a comment below. Also, I put a link to my store in the description box. So I sell oils, Florida water, protection oil, ancestor oil, money drawing oil. Okay, even shadow work oil. And all of my oils and my Florida water that I make, it's all made by the moon. It's all made by the moon. And when I say by the moon, some is made by the full moon and some is made by the new moon. But you can check that out if you want to as well. But anyway, good to see you. And see you soon.